What's going on, everyone? It's time for another horror film review, B-movie review. Today we're going to talk about a film called Feeding Grounds, and I heard a lot of bad things about this, so I had to check it out. It was released sometime in 2006. It was written and produced by Alex Ballard, also produced by Jamie Grannon, and directed by Johannes Junior Bonner. Sorry. Can't read my own writing. And he only did one other film called Catfish Blues, but yeah, Feeding Grounds. Well, this is another road trip movie, micro budget road trip movie. Yay! Of a group of friends going to Burning Man, and they're trying to take a detour, and they end up going off the trail. Also, half the characters don't get along for some reason, and argue and stop and bicker, and they get out of the cars and argue with each other a lot. There's a lot of that for about 45 minutes, and then some of the people get some sort of like illness, and they start actually getting sick. So this weird parasite, and it turns them into like these like flesh eating things, and yeah. Yeah, and it's up to the group to work together to survive through the night and stuff. This movie was hard to sit through. I see why a lot of people rip on this. It is super boring. I agree with that. So yeah, there's really pointless characters that you don't care about, bickering and arguing and just passing the time, which is sad. Yeah, and then once they start turning into whatever the hell it is, then they cough up green slime, and they're somehow changed because they have sort of like a decaying dollar store makeup look on them, and they see people trick-or-treating with that Halloween. So obviously they're dead or something, and so as they don't really attack each other on screen though, but when they do get attacked, they sort of change the other person. So it's sort of like a zombie movie mixed with like humans getting rabies, which I thought was an interesting concept. Just they didn't have the budget for it, and or the right actors or anything positive to do with this. This film, now I've seen way worse than this movie. I sat through way worse. So this is not by far the worst movie I've seen. It is super slow and boring for the first hour, but like the last half hour there was some amusing things, and for some reason they have some sort of like lesbian opening that has nothing to do with the rest of the movie. And but as the film goes on, and they sort of hint that it might be a skinwalker or a some sort of like native spirit, but they don't really exaggerate on that or anything like that. They kind of just like let it go, let it be its own thing, which you can see the cast is trying to make it their own and trying to make something unique, which was good, but the way the makeup and stuff executed, it didn't make it interesting. It wasn't worth the payoff sitting through an hour and like 15 minutes, and then you get all this stuff, and then it was just bland, bleak. The one thing I do like though is this does not follow your typical Hollywood ending where pretty much everyone's dead at the end, and that's one thing that's always a positive in my book, because I'm so sick and tired of everyone living in movies like this. They all deserve to die. So, but yeah. But for the most part, Feeding Grounds was pretty boring, pretty bland, terribly acted. Makeup's laughable, and but I've seen worse. That's all I could say. I'm going to give Feeding Grounds a 1 out of 5. Yeah, most people probably give it a half out of 5 or -10. But for me, I'm going to give it a 1 because I've seen way worse than this. You want to see terrible? Watch Annalise the Exorcist tapes. That's terrible. I know I said that in the last review, but this one too. You guys have no idea what terrible stuff I've sat through. I've also have reviews for most of the terrible stuff I sat through, so go look through the horror section in my reviews and find some low-grade B-movies you never heard of, and you'll find some of the most terrible movies you'll ever see that makes all this stuff look like gems. Anyways, Feeding Grounds, pretty terrible. But if for some reason it sounds like something you might want to check out, or you think it's going to be so bad it's good and you're going to like it, there's a trailer link down below, and I'm pretty sure the whole movie's on YouTube, so I'll link that down below too if I can find it. And also make sure you check out my Instagram. That's linked down below as well. That's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. The film title hashtag and some genre of film and a hashtag so you're aware of it. And Make sure you check out my Letterbox. It's linked down below at JP Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. Follow me on one of those two platforms. Stay with this channel. Like this video, share so more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. And also, if you have any other films or film franchise in any genre that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. And make sure you subscribe because hopefully we'll find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought checking out, something like this. And also so you can hear my opinions on popular films, classic films coming out. Popular films coming out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. So make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell because I got one other road trip movie, and it's another B micro budget film called Hell's Highway, which I heard was hysterical. So I'm gonna check that one out for the next review. So make sure you tune in for that one, and yeah, watch out for all those Arabian festive friends out there that you're going on road trips with. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.